Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel, and today is of course Tuesday, which means another spotlight hour on Pokemon Go, and we've got quite a nice spotlight hour today. I do quite like this Pokemon that's featured. It's Abra from Generation 1, of course, from the Kanto region, so quite a nostalgic one where there's actually one there already, not yet started the spotlight hour, but we are spawning due to the Sweet Discoveries event. And we did get one of these shiny on the live stream yesterday when we went live for the Max Monday, the Phalanx Max Monday, and we're hoping that we can get another shiny Abra today, so fingers crossed we can. But we'll just head across here where there's some more Pokestops. So in terms of Abra, of course, Alakazam, its evolution, its last line of its evolution, has had a mega evolution already in the game. It is something that has already been released. So you could get some decent amount of candy to be able to power up a Alakazam which you want to mega evolve. It is a really nice spotlight hour for that. And also, as with every spotlight hour, there is always a bonus, and today's bonus is going to be 2 times catch XP, which is going to be pretty cool. With Abra, it is quite, still got that shiny from yesterday, awesome. I did see it as your buddy as well before. Thanks so much for joining the chat today. So yeah, we'll go ahead and type in Alakazam and let's mega evolve a one that we've got already mega evolved to level 3, and we'll go for a Hundo one, the non-shiny Hundo. And what that will do is it will give us additional XP, it will give us additional candy as well, and a higher chance of getting Candy XL from any Abras that we catch during the spotlight hour. So for instance, with this Abra, not yet spotlight hour, but still with that mega evolution, hopefully it will give us more candy. You'll be able to see the bonus when it pops up. So there you can see 2 additional candy. It went from 6 to 8, and then there is 100 additional XP because of that active mega evolution bonus. So during the spotlight hour, which is going to start in around about 9 minutes, we will get loads of XP, especially with it being 2 times catch XP during the hour. And we will put a lucky egg on, and we will do Dialga Roar of Time as well to extend that lucky egg for the duration of the hour. Just saves on an additional lucky egg. It's very, very hot here in the UK today. It is probably one of the warmest days of the year so far. So we won't be walking too fast. We'll be trying to get the excellent throws and taking a time with these Abras when we do start appearing. So plenty of time to get involved in the comments down below. And hopefully we get a shiny Abra during the hour. That would be very cool. And as with ever on spotlight hours, there is no shiny increase. It is still full odds. So Abra is still at 1 in 512 shiny odds, as it would be normally. It's only the likes of community days where those odds get boosted. And of course, Abra has had a community day many, many years ago. So potentially it could have a classic community day sometime in the near future. There is a classic community day in May, but we'll have to wait and see what that is. It's not yet been announced, so we'll have to wait and see. Of course, the May community day got leaked the other day. A picture of Paul appeared on one of the Pokemon Go social medias by accident and then quickly got removed. So it is going to be Paul Me Community Day in May, But then there is a classic community day also in May later on in the month. So we'll have to wait and see what that is. And today is also the last day of the Sweet Discoveries event. So the event where Applin has been released, and also we've had shiny boosted for the likes of Delibird and also Squavet in the wild and in eggs, and then another shiny boost for Cherubi in eggs as well. So it is your last chance to stock up on eggs if you want to be able to try and get those shiny boosted Pokemon. So we've got around about 7 minutes until, or 6 minutes now, until the spotlight hour starts. Hey Flame, how are you? Thanks very much for joining. And make sure to get in the comments down below if you've already done your spotlight hour today. Let me know. Thanks for dropping in. Yeah, I'm good, thanks. I'm good. But yeah, let me know if you've done your spotlight hour in your area. And if you managed to get lucky enough to get a shiny one, or if you are yet to do it, or you're going to be doing it later on. So Spotlight Hour is a featured event. It happens every Tuesday, and it's 6 PM till 7 PM local time on a Tuesday. And a different Pokemon each week gets featured. There's no shiny increase, but it does spawn absolutely everywhere. So every Pokemon that you see in the wild will be the featured Pokemon. Today is Abra, so a little psychic Pokemon from Generation 1. We've caught quite a few already, but they're just from today that we've kept. And Abra is going to be featured, so all these Pokemon you can see here around me are going to change into Abra when the clock strikes 6. And we're going to go around catching Abra, hoping to try and get a shiny one. And also with a spotlight hour there is an additional bonus. So today's bonus is 2 times catch XP. So if you put a luck egg on, you can get up to 4 times catch XP. So loads and loads of XP potentially on offer today. And with that in mind, let's just check our XP. 740.7 million. So let's keep that noted down and see if we can climb that up a little bit. Now, Sandile, no shiny from a 12k egg, unfortunately. And we will stick another 12k egg on just to try and work our way through those. Another Abra there. Might as well catch him. So we're just going to wait for the next 3 to 4 minutes until the spawns start to change for Spotlight Hour. And then we can hopefully start walking around and catching loads of Abras, hoping to get quite a lot of excellent throws and also that shiny. We did get a shiny yesterday. Vanillux during Community Day. I didn't actually evolve any Vanillites during Community Day. I completely forgot about it, to be fair. But it is something I'll do during the December Community Day. If you do miss out on any of the Community Days, evolving any Pokemon or even catching Pokemon, then December Community Day is always a good time to do it. It's a bit of a recap on all the Community Days that have been featured before it. But in terms of shiny wise, we managed to get 39 shiny Vanillite, and that took the total Vanillite shinies up to around about 40, I would say. So 38 left remaining. I think I did delete a couple, but 38 shiny Vanillites left remaining. And the best one was a 3-star. We had one with a background, which was quite nice. So a 3-star with a background. And that one was a 11, 14, 12. And then we had a non-background shiny, which was also a 3-star, but also from a research task, and that one was 11, 15, 12. So only one stat better on that one. So not too bad in terms of shinies, but how did you manage to get on during this week? Did you manage to get many vanilla shinies? Let's just add it on here as well. And in the theme of Abra, we will go ahead and stick a shiny Abra on. We managed to get one yesterday in the wild while we were on the live stream. 7 shinies and 1 was perfect. That is awesome. Congrats on that. So 2 minutes before the hour changes. If anything sparkles for us now, we can leave it and get an Abra if we wish. Don't look like anything will do. So we'll start making a move as soon as it goes 6. We'll catch a Pokemon around here, and then we'll move and catch some more as we're going round. And of course, if there's any particular raid in which people want an invite to, then I will quite happily send invites as we're going past them. But mainly it's going to be doing or catching Abras during this hour. My favourite Pokemon that I have, I would probably say Gengar's my favourite Pokemon of all time, and I would really, really love a Shundo Gengar, a perfect shiny Gengar, but I've never managed to get one. I've got a couple of 98s, 3 98s in fact, but I've never managed to get a Shundo, which is really, really annoying. I would say one of the rarest Pokemon I've got is two Hundo Galarian Zapdoses. That is quite a niche one. So Spotlight Hour started, as you can see. Let's get that on there, and let's get Roar of Time on. And we'll put that on for half an hour. And then we will put our daily adventure incense on as well. So we'll have an hour of daily adventure incense, because that will also get extended by that half an hour. And let's get catching some Abras. So hoping to try and get some excellent throws on these today. And we started off well with the first one there. Now Abra is notorious in most of the games, even from a really classic games. If you throw one ball at it, it will just run if you don't catch it on that first ball. So there isn't really much point in trying to click on them and catch them over and over again, because 9 times out of 10, after that first ball, they will just run. Excellent throw again. It is absolutely boiling here in the UK today. So the excellent throws are coming quite nice. Just need to keep that up for the duration of the hour if we can. Now we aren't getting any weather boosted Abras today, by the looks of it. Have you gotten any shinies? Not so far today. We've got only 3 minutes into the spotlight hour so far, and no shinies to report of. But we have got Luck Egg on. So Abra is everywhere due to the spotlight hour. That is why we are live. It is 6 PM till 7 PM your local time, and it's generally spawning during the Sweet Discoveries event as well, which has been going on for the last few days, but it's not been heavily featured. It's been in the wild as one of the featured Pokemon, but now it gets this spotlight hour where it literally replaces 99% of Pokemon that you see in the wild. And it is a really, really good time to try and get a shiny one. So it lasts for an hour, 6 PM till 7 PM your local time. I don't know how much candy I've got for Abra. I keep evolving them for the XP, so I've definitely worked through the candy somewhat. And that's what I'll be doing with all these afterwards, is evolving them for the XP. Abra is notoriously quite difficult to spot if it's shiny or not, because it just goes to a lighter colour, which is quite hard to tell, especially if the sun's shining. Excellent throw from the header back. Thanks very much for the good luck. Nailing the excellent throws, even when he's moving, we're still managing to hit an excellent throw. Oh, 1-2-3 CP. Squavet, thinking he's an Abra. Try and spin some of these Pokestops as we go past them. I think there's an apple ahead, there we go. It is in fact an appling as well. It will be surprising or be interesting to see what we do with the apples, whether they remove them from the map and we go back to normal Pokemon encounters, or whether they still remain on the map after today's event is finished. So Spotlight Hour of course finishes at 7, Sweet Discoveries event will finish at 8, so just an hour afterwards. Terrible throw that time. Must try and improve on that a little bit. Back to the excellence. Kamala is always difficult to do an excellent throw on. We tried. Just seems so far away, Kamala, when you try and throw it. So if you didn't already see, we have also mega evolved a Alakazam during this hour, and that will give us additional candy for Abra during the Spotlight Hour, and also a higher chance of Candy XL as well. And with every catch, we will also be getting an additional 100 XP for having a Pokemon which is Mega Evolved of the same typing. With it being Abra Spotlight Hour, it only felt right to Mega Evolve an Alakazam, its evolution. It is a nice Mega Evolution as well. Many spoons, as I've called him, because it literally just gets loads of spoons above its head. Alakazam. So when you start to power up a Pokemon using a normal candy, so obviously you have to use Stardust and normal candy to power up a Pokemon. When you then get that Pokemon up to level 40, which is the highest it can be with normal candy, to power it up any further after that, you need Candy XL. So getting a Pokemon from level 40 to level 50 requires the Candy XL and not the normal candy. But I think if you're working your way through the levels, you can only normally power up a Pokemon two levels higher than what you are as a trainer. So if you are level 34, let's say, then you can only power a Pokemon up to level 36 at the moment. And then when you level up, you'll be able to power your Pokemon up higher as well. So it's a bit like the main series games where you've got to be a similar level to your Pokemon, else you haven't got the experience to handle it, let's say, how they put it on the main series games. So yeah, as you level up, you can level your Pokemon up as well. Yeah, well, with you saying that you've just unlocked it, I think in my head I thought it's around about 34 when you can unlock XL. But yeah, so at the moment you can probably earn XL, but not use it. So still earn as much as you can, because when you can use it, you've already got a head start with yourself, where you can start powering stuff up. So definitely an advantage to being able to earn it from level 34, even if perhaps you can't even use it yet. At least you can start earning it. Don't know what this rocket is here. I'm hoping it's not Kiki because I feel obliged to do it if it is. No, it's flying. Tiny Abra. That'd have been nice as a shiny. Unfortunately not the case. And no excellent throw with that, which is even a bigger shame. Carablast off a daily. Would be nice to see a Galarian bird off a daily incense today, but we'll have to wait and see how lucky we are with that. So I think most of these Abras are actually staying in the ball when we try to catch them. We're definitely catching quite a few anyway. So hopefully not too many are running away. In fact, we'll just check the journal and see. So one ran away up there. Another one ran away. So yeah, most of them are catching. A couple of them have run away. like I say, Abra, if you don't catch on a first ball, it will just run away. It doesn't really give you many second chances, if any. And that is a feature taken from the main series of the game, which is quite a niche feature. It's quite nice to see that onto Pokemon Go. So excellent throws seem to be doing a trick with Abra in terms of staying in the ball. So are Gigantamax battles rare? Yes, they are. So Gigantamax you won't see on any power spots during a non-event. So Gigantamax have an event when we do get released. They have an event similar to a raid day. So like we've got Mega Kangaskhan raid day this Saturday. It's a 2 till 5 p.m. event. That is very much how the Gigantamax get released. We'll have a max battle day where there'll be an event from 2 p.m. till 5 p.m. And during that event, each and every power spot that you see around you will spawn the featured Gigantamax Pokemon. So, of course, last week we had Snorlax, and that was the featured Gigantamax Pokemon for a 3-hour event. And then we will get our next Gigantamax will be 26th of May, I believe it is, 26th or 27th of May, which is Gigantamax Machamp. So that will be the next Gigantamax battle that you see. And then the Dynamax Legendaries also get a similar event, but that lasts for a weekend. So we've had Dynamax Entei this last weekend, and we get Dynamax Suicune, not this weekend, but the weekend after. So yeah, they only get featured during certain events. In terms of Gigantamax, at the moment you can't invite. You have to meet up with a local community, and most Gigantamax roughly need around 12 to 15 trainers to take down, with decent counters as well. So you need to have decent counters for whatever you're going up against, and then you need around about 12 or 15 of you to be able to take it down. It is very, very hard to do. It is probably one of the hardest things in the game at the moment, but I would definitely advise you to try and see if there's any local communities on Campfire in your area. Yeah, they are very, very difficult. When we first came out, my local community, I'm the Pokemon Go ambassador for my local community, so I have to host the events and one thing and another, and I'm the leader of a community group. So I hosted the first Gigantamax battles when they came out, and it was Charizard, Venusaur and Blastoise. And Charizard is the one with the lowest defense, so if we were going to beat any, then we were going to beat Charizard. So we tried a Charizard with 17 people, and we couldn't do it. We failed over and over again. No matter how many times we tried, we kept on failing, and we couldn't do it. Now, that was when Gigantamaxes first came out. People's counters now have got a lot better. We've had more Gigantamaxes released, and people can build up teams a lot more than what we used to be able to. But still, it takes around about 12 to 15 decent powered up Pokemon to be able to take that down. So loads of apples. Hey, thanks very much for joining. Hope you're having a good day. Another apple. I'm like seeing this apples. Yeah, no worries. Make sure to like and subscribe if you haven't already. I'm always here to help out with any questions when I do go live. We've got into a sort of rhythm with these excellent throws, although there is a car coming, so we need to move out of the way, else we will get run over. The only thing about walking across these country roads is that there's no room for pedestrians and cars. You do have to virtually jump into the side of the grass verge to get out of the way. It's not ideal when you're trying to nail the excellent throws and get as much XP as you can. You need to be in a rhythm. We don't need to be breaking out of that rhythm due to a car. Perhaps just carry on walking and see what the driver does. Just walk over the top of a car and down the other side. Another female rocket grunt, which means it can't be key. That's only a male one, which it can be. It's a bit weird that. I don't know why only certain rocket leaders have certain things. How many shinies do I have altogether or during the spotlight hour? Because it's completely two different results. Altogether, I will check in just a moment. So I delete my shinies quite a lot due to storage space, but at the moment I've got 3,437. Now that will probably go down to around about 3,400 once I've deleted quite a lot of these vanillites from the community day, and a very, very nice shiny. We won't be deleting that though. Very, very cool shiny that we got during the community day. Hoping to see that we get one of those today as well. That would be very nice. During spotlight hour to get a glaring bird encounter. Claydol. A weird encounter. Yeah, shiny glaring bird. We got it yesterday. It's my second shiny glaring bird, but the first one that I have caught myself. The first glaring bird was traded to me, and that one went to a 96 IV because it was a lucky trade. And the second one was during Vanillite, and it's the one I caught. So there is a YouTube short video of me catching that. It took around about 3 minutes for it to actually stay in the ball. Loads and loads of Pokeballs used. But still, it was a very, very nice shiny to be able to get our hands on. Can I add you on Pokemon Go? Yeah, I'll put my trainer code up in just a moment. It'd be easier if I show my trainer code. So yeah, if you take a screenshot of this trainer code and you can add me. I've only got around about 2 or 3 more spaces available for people to add me, so if anybody does want to add me, make sure to take a screenshot, let me know in the comments what your trainer name is, and then I know that it's you who's trying to add me. Brilliant, thank you. So as we head along here, the spawns are okay. We seem to fill the void, but still, there's not too many. When we get closer down to the road where you see these Pokestops and gyms lining the road, that is where we will see loads more spawns. How can you do those excellent throws back to back? It's just literally muscle memory. The more you catch a Pokemon, the more you know where its circle's going to be, and the more you can just keep throwing excellent throws at it. I mean, I hit a great throw there, but want a great example. But yeah, it's just all muscle memory, especially with events like this where you've got loads of Pokemon of the same, the same Pokemon spawning. You can really get into a good swinging action and keep hitting those. So yeah, it's just practice. It's something that I've worked on because I'm so keen on trying to get so much XP at the moment. So it's definitely something I try and take my time on and hit the excellent throws. How can you skip that gotcha? So that's what's called a quick throw. So to do a quick throw, I'll briefly explain, but there is a video up on my channel. Let me just explain this. So you click on a Pokemon, we'll do it on the next one. Excellent throw there. You click on a Pokemon as normal. With your non-throwing hand, so whether you're left-handed or right-handed, I throw with my right hand. So with my left hand, I drag the berries up. You see the little berries moving at the left-hand side. I drag and hold on the screen with my thumb up on the berries. With me throwing hand, I then throw the Pokeball, let go on both, and then the run icon comes up in the top left-hand corner. So then you can run away. And if you're the opposite hand, you can actually do the same with the Pokeball. So this is going to be terrible because I'm not left-handed throwing. But if you hold the Pokeball symbol up on the right-hand side of the screen and throw with your left hand, this is going to be terrible. It's a great throw. Let go and then run away. And the more you do it, the more you'll remember how to do it and the quicker you'll get. But yeah, there is a little YouTube tutorial on my channel somewhere. I think it's in the how-to section or the tips section. Yeah, hopefully you get the hang of it. If you have any issues, then let me know. Wolverine off the daily. Bit of a strange spawn. Are you scared of psychics with unseen power? No, we're catching loads during the spotlight hour. Catching loads of Abras, which are psychic types. So the spawns should start to get better now. Hey Slams, how are you? Thanks so much for dropping in. No, you're absolutely fine. Better late than never. Hopefully you're having a good day. Yeah, not too bad. We haven't had any shinies yet so far during the spotlight hour. annoyingly, during sleeping is fun, yeah. Annoyingly, during me dinner time when I was at work, I went out for a little bit of a walk and I did get a shiny Abra, but it ran away, which was really, really annoying. So super annoying, but I haven't got any shinies during the spotlight hour so far. Yeah, I'm hoping that the one that ran away from me is a terrible IV. Do you make raids? I do invite to raids if anybody wants an invite. I was doing some raids yesterday. So I'm from the UK. Here in England, it's still ongoing at the moment. We are around about half an hour into the spotlight hour, so we've got another half an hour left. Another half an hour of hitting those excellent throws the best we can. Brilliant. I've just had a friend invite come through, so I'll accept that. Thanks very much for that invite. That's annoying that nobody plays there. That's really annoying. Yeah, still got time. Hopefully we can get a shiny. What we normally do during spotlight hour on the channel, one of the traditions that we've carried on ever since the first live spotlight hour that we did, is if we do get a shiny live on the stream, then somebody in the comments can nickname it. So the funniest nickname to do with the Pokemon that we catch, and that will get renamed. The shiny will get renamed to that nickname and forever be in my storage as that nickname. Now, of course, it can't be anything rude because Pokemon Go won't allow it. But still, if you can think of something funny, then if we get a shiny, put it in the comments down below. And the one I like the most will get renamed to that. That is quite a cool one. Sleepyhead in Napoli. That is quite nice. How many hundos do I have? Of Abra or in total? Yuri Geller. First of all, let's see if we can get a shiny. So in total, hundos wise, we'll check in just a moment. This is where we check and we end up finding out that we've had a hundo Abra. No. 798 hundos. And again, I have binned a few hundos because I've had multiple of hundos where, why do you need multiple of? So like, for example, I think I've binned a couple of bar brooch, which are hundo, because I've got about 4 or 5. Don't really need 4 or 5 hundo bar brooch. Just a 2 for a family will do. But yeah, we've kept 798 anyway. Venusaur off a daily. That is a pretty sick daily spawn. Let's see if he's shiny. No. and it's missing its seed, so that's a male one, right? Is it with females that carry the seed? I can't remember. Let's see if it stays in the ball. No. Golden Razzie. Ultra Ball it. Excellent throw it. Yes, Community Day on the 11th of May has already been leaked. Pokemon Go accidentally put it on one of their social media accounts. It is male. So Pokemon Go accidentally put the information on one of their social media accounts early for the May Community Day, which is on May the 11th. And it's going to be Pawmi. So Pawmi's a little bear Pokemon. Oh, awesome. Community Day on your birthday, that'd be pretty cool. The last time there was a Community Day on my birthday was Fennekin, and I ended up getting a Shundo, which was insane. So I hope the same happens for you. Yeah, so it'll be a brand new shiny release. Brand new shiny release for Pawmi. It's not yet been released. Unlike Vanillite, which got released already before its Community Day. How many Shundos have I got? I think I've got 11, I want to say, but I'll check in just a moment. Let's catch the Abras around here. And you never know, one of these might be a Shundo. We would be very happy if it was, but still. Be happy to see sparkles at this stage. Sweden, that's awesome. I love how so many people are in the stream, all from different places. We had it yesterday as well. I don't think we've ever had anyone from Sweden before in the comments, so that is pretty cool. If you are new to the channel, make sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel as well, and turn that notification bell on and you won't miss when we next go live. We always go live on a Monday and a Tuesday. Max Monday on Monday and Spotlight Hour on Tuesday. And then we try to go live at a weekend as well during one of the days on the weekend. So make sure to make a note of that, or even better, like I say, subscribe and turn that notification bell on and you won't miss when we next go live. So, loads of Abras caught around there. One of the questions was how many Shundos. Let's have a quick look and see. 4-star and shiny, and my prediction was right, we have 11. Only 2 of those were caught off raids. This one was caught off a raid. It was the first ever raid Shundo I'd got back in 2021. And then more recently, this one, which was of course only released shiny at the end of 2024, we had a Shundo off a solo raid. So we managed to solo Regidrago, and it was a Shundo, which is epically cool. And it went best buddy on Christmas Day, and it was my 500th best buddy, hence the name it's got. So very, very cool. And there's some really, really cool ones in that collection as well. Let's just go back to that. We've got a Shundo in the wild, which was a Shundo Growlithe. Of course, Hisuian Growlithe is boosted to 1 in 64, but still finding a Shundo at my workplace as well, which was pretty cool. Then we also had a Shundo Oddish in the wild, bit of a random one. And then loads more from trades. Shundo Carnivore, which will make a really cool Mega Sharpedo. also Mega Absol, Shundo Origin Giratina, Shundo Rampardos, one of my favourite Pokemon, and also a Shundo Lopunny in the wild, which is pretty cool. Can you level 50 a Pokemon now? I could probably do it now, but I don't know if I've got anything that I want to level 50. I've pretty much maxed up everything that I want at the moment. I'm hoping to get a Shundo Gengar and that will get instantly maxed. But we keep trying with the lucky trades for Ghastly, shiny Ghastly. Done around about 60 of them so far, and still no Shundo. Level 50 a Rattata? No, I don't think so. Level 50 your account, yeah. Just give you some of that XP that I've got. Green bird. Oh, how am I going to catch that? It's 3,135 CP. That is never going to stay in the ball. God damn it. Why is he not shiny? That would have been epic. Oh, I'm not going to be able to catch it. Let's see. Oh, terrible throw. Terrible throw. Oh, it shook twice. Oh, it tempted me. That was so annoying. I thought I got it. Oh, so close. 3,135 CP as well. That is insane. We could have used a Master Ball, but I don't really want to. I don't really want to use the Master Balls on them. Even if it is really high CP like that. So someone was mentioning raids before in the chat. Is there any specific raid that you want to get an invite to if one pops up? It's him again from yesterday. I haven't got any shinies today, no, sorry. I've just seen a comment from earlier as well about evolving those Shundos. So the likes of Oddish and obviously Carvanha, and also the likes of Hisuian Growlithe. The reason I haven't evolved those Shundos that I've got so far is because Mega Sharpedo, which Carvanha evolves into, and then obviously gets Mega'd, hasn't yet been released. So when Sharpedo does get released, I'm thinking there might be an event where it gets a special move if you evolve a Carvanha into Sharpedo during that same event, potentially. Or Carvanha could have a community day at one stage. Hisuian Growlithe, I fully expect to have a community day at some stage, because we've had the likes of Glaring Ponyta, Glaring Slowpoke, and also normal Slowpoke. They've all had community days, and I can only assume that Growlithe will have a community day at some stage. So that is why I haven't evolved it so far, so we can get the community day move on it without having to use an elite charge TM. And then Oddish is a bit of a weird one. It was my first ever Shundo, so it is a little bit of a momentum, and it is also a bit difficult to decide what to evolve it into, because it evolves two ways. It goes into Blossom and also into the other one, Vileplume, there we go. And it's a little bit indecisive of which one I'd go for. If I evolved it into one, I'd be disappointed that I didn't evolve it into the other one, so I think I'll leave it as an Oddish. And it is level 50 as well. All my Shundos I've maxed out to level 50. Well, I think I'm working on the Regidrago, to be fair. But yeah, all the other ones are level 50. So we have roughly 15 minutes left to go of the Spotlight Hour. I haven't got any shinies today so far, no, unfortunately. Annoyingly, Spotlight Hours aren't boosted like Community Days. Obviously, Community Days you get 1 in 25 shiny odds. Spotlight Hour is a full odd, so 1 in 512, which is a little bit annoying. But still, we've got 15 minutes left. Plenty of Abras left to be caught and checked before that finishes. Yeah, it's a little bit annoying. Hopefully you get one very soon. And also while we're here, we'll add on this showcase, which is an Applin. Let's get that added on. Rank 1. Abra candy for me, I have 6,914, but I used to have over 10,000. I've just been evolving loads for the XP. Yeah, quick catching is definitely a way forward. If you can get used to it, it does really, really help you being able to catch so many. Especially on events like this, and also the likes of Community Day. You just want to catch them as quickly as you can and then go on to the next lot of spawns. So yeah, quick catching is definitely a really, really useful tool. If you don't already know how to do it, make sure to spend some time and try and learn it, because it will come really, really handy, and it will just become second nature at one stage. Hey Bullet, how are you? Thanks very much for joining again. Yeah, so sliding it over, or if you slide it down in any way, shape or form, so even if you're just sliding it over but it's slightly down more than up, then it won't work. So I always slide the Pokeball directly up. I go straight up with a Pokeball or berries. So the berries, as you can see, I'm pulling it straight up, and then it works every time then, guaranteed. So if you can get used to pulling it up, then it works a lot better. It also doesn't get in the way of your other finger or thumb, which is throwing, with the other hand as well. It's a little bit better in getting out of the way if you pull it directly up. Yeah, so the rebound thing, that only works if your buddy is level 2 hearts or more. That is the only way that works. What is my favourite hundo? I would probably say my Shundo Rampardos. I think that's pretty cool. I use Rampardos quite a lot. It's probably second or third favourite Pokemon of all time. And to get a Shundo one was pretty cool. So yeah, I think Shundo Rampardos is up there as one of my favourite hundos. Do I have a Shadow Hundo? I think I have 2, but I can't be too confident on that. Let me just check in a moment. I think I have 2. Let's just delete some things, so we can catch a few more Abras. And then we will check the Hundo and Shadow. So yeah, 2 Hundo Shadows. One's a Quagsire, it was a Wooper of course, and then one is a Nidoqueen, which we've best buddied and got it up to the PvP for Great League. Although I don't really do PvP anymore. Something that I used to do. Haven't really got the time to do it at the moment, and it gets very frustrating. Shadow Hundo Vulpix, that is a nice Shadow Hundo to get. Is that the Alolan one or the normal one? Normal one, that is pretty cool.
What is this?
So we've got just over 8 minutes remaining of the Spotlight Hour and still no shinies as of yet. You're probably at 741 million XP or not quite there. So it was 740.7, I think it was, just before the Spotlight Hour. So we'll check in just a moment at the end. But let's clear some of these Abras out, just so we can start catching some more in the final few minutes. So evolving gives you 1000 XP guaranteed. So each evolution gives you 1000 XP, hence why I save loads of things for evolving. And if you put a lucky egg on while you're evolving, you get 2000 XP for the duration of a lucky egg, which is half an hour. If you did want to start doing that though, one of the biggest tips I can give you is that during the next event, which starts on Thursday, so the Sweet Discoveries event, which is an Apple event, finishes today. The next event, which is the Growing Up event, which features all those Pokemon which cost 400 candies to evolve, the likes of Wimpod, Swablu, and also Magikarp. So all those Pokemon are going to be featured during that event, but also during that event, there is 2 times evolution XP during the whole event. So for like 3 or 4 days, it is 2 times evolution XP. So save loads of Pokemon ready to evolve going into that event. As soon as that event starts, you can start evolving them and you'll get 2,000 each evolution. And with a lucky egg, you'll get 4,000 per evolution. That is definitely something I'm going to be doing. So that event starts on Thursday. The Growing Up event with Magikarp, Wimpod, Swablu, other Pokemon which cost 400 to evolve, that will start on Thursday at 10 AM. And that will go on until, I think, Monday or Tuesday. But no Whoopers. Yeah, so it's on for about 4 or 5 days solid. If you go onto your game, you can find it in the in-game news, which I'll show you in just a second. So if you click on your tasks at the right-hand corner, and then scroll down, you'll see that these events that are currently happening now are on the Today view. If you go across to the Events tab and scroll down, you should be able to see, for some reason it's not there. Why is it not there? Normally it shows you what events are currently on. If that fails, of which it has done, then on the announcements, when you click on the Pokeball, on the bottom right-hand corner, you'll see the little megaphone. Go across to news, scroll down, and you'll see Growing Up event. If you click on that, it will show you that from Friday, May the 2nd, Friday, to Wednesday, the May the 7th, 2 times XP for evolving Pokemon, increased chance of extra small and extra large, and also 2 times candy from hatching eggs. And there's certain Pokemon which will be in eggs. Mime Junior will be one of the Pokemon which is going to be in 5k eggs, and that is going to be available worldwide for the first time. So I will be doing an event video leading up to that event in the next couple of days with all the information about that, so keep an eye out for that on the channel. But yeah, that is a brief explanation. It's Friday, not Thursday, unfortunately, so I was wrong with that. But yeah, it is Friday for that event to start. Blastoise on the daily. That is a bit of a strange one. We've had Venusaur, we've had Blastoise now. No shiny. So we've had Venusaur off the daily, we've had Blastoise, and we've got Charizard currently as our buddy. I wonder if that was a coincidence. That is a strange coincidence, I think. Well, we've got Charizard following us around, so as you can see there on the map. We've still got a couple of minutes left though, so we could get a Charizard off a daily. We'll have to wait and see. Sorry Blastoise, but you are going into the bin. Blastoise escaped. It didn't escape, we caught it, we quick caught it. But we just transferred him. So 2 minutes left of the spotlight hour. Can we get a shiny in the last few seconds of spotlight hour? Can we finish on a high? We definitely have a lot of Abras to evolve after this event, or going into that growing up event, that's for sure. Huge Abra. That's a nice one to get in the last minute. So the last remaining seconds of the spotlight hour. Let's see if we can get to some more Abras. These will despawn at 7 PM. They'll all go back to normal Pokemon. One off a daily, isn't shiny, and that might just be it. Maybe one more. There we go, 7 PM. And as you can see, we can't click on any more. They've started despawning. So annoyingly, that is it for Spotlight Hour. Didn't finish with any shinies, but we did start the Spotlight Hour on 740.7 million XP, which we'll check in just a moment how we managed to get on with that. But first of all, let's see if any of those Abras we caught today were Hundo. So let's go 4-star, and annoyingly not the case. So no Hundo Abras today. That is a little bit annoying. Have we already got one before in the past? Let's have a quick look. And yes, we've got 4 in the past. So plenty of Hundos. No need to worry too much about that. We've got 1 as Abra, 1 as Kadabra, and 2 as Alakazam, of which 1 we've already max mega'd. That we've currently got mega evolved. So not too bad in worrying about 4 stars. There is a daily adventure incense as well, finished. Now, the last thing to check before we end the live stream is, of course, XP. How much XP do you reckon we got today during Spotlight Hour? We started the hour on 740.7, but what do you reckon we finished the hour on? Any guesses before we reveal the amount of XP we've earned during the hour? Is there any guesses in the comments? 1.5 million. So we'll catch this and then we'll check. So 1.5 million Slam thinks. Let's have a quick check. And we have earned just over 1 million. So not far off, but still, we've done pretty decent to get 1 million in 1 hour. That is a pretty good Spotlight Hour, all in all, with no friendship bonuses or anything, just off catches. 1 million is nothing to be ashamed of at all. And of course, my daily target is to hit 1.25 million per day. And with that 1 million during Spotlight Hour, I have now earned 1.7 million today. So we are over our daily target. And that is a very, very nice way to leave Spotlight Hour. Now, before we go, is there any raids about at the moment? No, there isn't. There is a 5-star, but it's hatching quite a far way away, so we won't be able to get to that. So unfortunately, that is going to be it for today's live stream. It is annoying that we didn't get any shiny Abra, but still, I've had a very, very good live stream, getting involved in the comments as well. So thanks to everybody who's done that. And hopefully you'll be able to see me live again this weekend on Sunday when we are playing that growing up event that we've just been discussing about. So Make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel as well, turn on that notification bell, and I will see you on the next one. Bye for now.